Hello friends, how are you? In this video we'll discuss about fuzzy systems. Okay, so already you know the difference between Cripps logic and fuzzy logic. In Cripps logic only two statements are there, either 0 and 1, yes or no, true or false. But in fuzzy logic multi-state truth values are there. For example, very true, true, false, very false and so on. So in Cripps logic the only two states are there, either true or false. Suppose one statement is there, say sugar is sweet, definitely that is a true statement. Cow can fly, definitely it is a false statement. So we can say whether that statement is true or false. Now there is a concept that's called proposition. A statement which is either true or false but not both is called proposition. So sugar is sweet, definitely always it is true. Okay, it is not false. So definitely it is a proposition. Cow can fly, definitely it is false. It is not both. Okay, so P and Q. So in short, we write we give some number. We give some symbol. Say P. Sugar is sweet, so it's a proposition because it is a true. Cow can fly is another proposition. Okay, we use the symbol Q, and definitely it is false, but it is not both. So, to represent real-life complex phenomena, a sequence of propositions linked using connectives or operators are required. Okay, so definitely we need operators or to link all those propositions. Now, the operators are AND, OR, NOT, implication, and equality. So P and Q are true, it is conjunction. P or Q, either P or Q is true, it is disjunction. Not P, we may use this symbol or that symbol. So P is not true. Implication, P implies Q, so P implies Q is true. Okay, and it is equality. For equality you write like this way, P is equal to Q, so P and Q are equal is true. Next we have an implication, so P implies Q, so this is called antecedent, this is called consequent, and to represent this one we use this particular formula, not P or Q. So we'll see in detail. Now we can see the examples of all the operators using the truth table. The semantics or meaning of the logical connectives are explained using a truth table. Okay, you can see two propositions are there, P and Q. So P and Q, so P and Q is what? So it will be true if both are true, otherwise it will be false. P or Q, it will be false if both are false. Not P. So you can see here, if it is a false, then it is a true. If it is a false, then it is a true. And both are true, that's why it is, both are false. Next, P implies Q. So to get P implies Q, we have to write like this way, not P. Okay. And we can write or Q. So not P is what? True. Or Q means what? So if or true, true, true or true, true, false or false, it is a false, true or false, it is a true. Okay. Next, P is equal to Q. So you can see here both are same. Yes, that's why it is true. Both are equal. That's why it is true. Both are equal. No. So that's why these two are false. Next, tautology or contradiction. For n number of propositions, total 2 to the power n number of interpretations are there. Say if P and Q are there, so that's why 2 to the power 2, that is 4 different number of interpretations are there. Okay, so we can like this way here. So P and Q, both two are propositions are there. That's why total 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 number of interpretations are there. So what is tautology? A formula which has all its interpretations rows are true is known as tautology. Similarly, what is contradiction? A formula which has all its interpretations are false is known as contradictions. If all the interpretations are true, these are called tautology. All the interpretations are false, these are called contradiction. So we can see one simple example. Let we have a one particular formula. Okay, now here the formula is what? Not P or Q is equal to P implies Q, a tautology. So let this is what our A and this is what our B. So A is what? So already you know not P or Q. So to get the P we have to write like not P. So not P is what? If it is a false, then it's a true, false, it is a true, true, it is a false, true, it is a false. And not P or Q means what? You have to apply or in between. False, true, 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 false, 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 true, false, false. Now B is what implies. So P implies Q. So if both are false, it should be true. If false true, it should be true. If it is true false, it should be false. If it is true true, it should be true. Now if you compare these two, so T is equal to T, yes. Both are equal, yes. Both are equal, yes. Both are equal, yes. Both are equal, yes. Okay, so that means what? Here a formula which has all its interpretations are true. All are true. So hence it's called tautology. Yes, the given formula is tautology because all are true. Similarly, we can see here another example. Question is not P implies Q is equal to Q? It is a contradiction. So P and Q, so false, 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 true, true, false, true, true are there. So first of all, P implies Q. So P implies Q output is what? This one. So if both are false, or we can say here if P is true and Q is false, then only it is false. Otherwise, in other case, it will be true. Not implies means what? Here true is false, for true is false, false is true, true is false. So it's a not of this one. Then we can check whether is equal to Q. If you compare these two, both are same, yes. Both are same, no, false. Both are same, no, false. Both are same, no. Okay, so question, is it a contradiction? No, it is not a contradiction. So already you know what is contradiction. A formula which has all its interpretations are false. Okay, is known as contradiction. But here all the interpretations are not false because true is there. So no, the given formula is not contradiction. Now you can see some more example. Suppose P and Q both are proposition X belongs to A. We can write P is true if X belongs to A. So we can write Q is true if X belongs to B. So how we can interpret this one? So where X, capital X, is the universe of discourse and A and B, here A and B are the sets defined on X, capital X. The propositions P and Q are defined based on an element small x belongs to X belonging to A or B. So if X, you can see here, A and B, two sets are there, okay, and if X is belongs to A, then we can write proposition X belongs to A, it's a true. Why it is true? Because the element X is inside this particular A. But we can write X, but the X is not belongs to Q, that X is not part of the B. So the another proposition Q is false because this particular statement is false. X belongs to B is false because X is not in B. We can see another example here. P, the X element is inside this B block, okay, B box. So P, X implies A, it's a false because X is not inside this A. But Q, this proposition is true because X is inside this particular B. Okay. Now note that P implies Q means not P or Q. So we can write like this way. So P implies Q, can write like X is not equal to A, or X not belongs to A, or X belongs to B. So this will be the basic operations to get this P implies Q. So P implies Q is true if X is not belongs to A or X is belongs to B. Now implies with two different universe of discourse. In the previous case we have seen that only one inverse of discourse, capital X, is there, but here two inverse of discourse are there, capital X and Y. So A implies X and B implies Y, where X, capital X and capital Y are the two inverse of discourse or universal set. Then the implies is represented by the relation R, such that here you have to apply this particular formula to represent the relation. So R is equal to A cross B union A not cross Y. Okay, so if A then B, so if it is a case if A then B, then for that we have to write like this way, P implies Q to represent this one. So if A then B else C, to represent this one we may use this one. So P implies Q if A is B else, okay, or C. If not P, then S. Okay, or if A then B, write like this way, if A then B, we can write like this way, if A then B, that means what? If A then B, or if not A, that means else part, it should be what? It should be C. So here P, Q, S are defined by sets A, B, C. Okay, where A is a proper set of X and B and C both are proper set of Y. So that's why here is this Y, this one. Okay, so here this Y is nothing but the universal set, this Y. Next, laws of propositional logic. Propositional logic supports the following laws and which can be used for their simplification. So assume P, Q are the propositions. So commutativity, P or Q is equal to Q or P, or P and Q is equal to Q and P. Definitely it's commutative. Associativity, P or Q or R is equal to P or Q or P and Q and R is equal to P and Q and R. Distributivity, P or Q and R is equal to P and R or Q and R. Similarly, P and Q or R is equal to P or R and Q or R. Identity, P or false is equal to P. P and true is equal to P. P and false is equal to false. P or true is equal to true. Negation, P and not P is equal to false. P or not P is equal to true. Idempotence, P or P is equal to P. P and P is equal to P. Absorption, P and P or Q is equal to P. P or P and Q is equal to P. Involution, not P is equal to P, and definitely De Morgan's laws, not P or Q is equal to not P and not Q, and not P and Q is nothing but not P or not Q, where P, Q are the proposition. So that is the end of this particular video. Thank you very much.